I start where I stopped last time. Number 6. The present simple is used with stative verbs. When I have stative verbs, it means I have verbs that are not about action. They are not about activities. They are about just conditions, about feelings, about knowledge, beliefs, or possession. Stative verbs are also called dynamic verbs. These stative verbs are like the verb to be, like, want, look, appear, taste, know, believe, etc. So stative verbs, when you are using them, it means you are not dealing with activities. You are not dealing with an action. You are dealing with a state that does not involve any activity or any action. Like in the example, he is tall. When I say he is tall, it means that I describe him, and I'm not expressing what is he doing or an activity that he is doing. He is tall and that's it. Okay. The verb to be here, I can say he is tall. Height, his height is tall. I can say he is black, he is white, he is Moroccan, I am Moroccan, etc. Here I'm describing only states. So the verb to be, when you have the verb to be, you cannot use the verb to be when, and here, be careful, you cannot use a stative verb in the progressive form. What is a stative verb? A stative verb means does not involve action. It's not an activity. You cannot say he is being tall. Children like ice cream. Here, like is my stative verb. It is here in the simple present, and why it is used in the simple present? Because it is a stative verb. Like here expresses for us the feeling of children towards ice cream. I can say also want, like is like want, like in this example here. I want this shirt, not that one. Here want also, it's a stative verb that expresses state of feeling. In number 3, she promises to come. Promises here, it deals with the mind. It deals with, it deals with something in your head. So it's not about something you are. It's when I say, for example, I walk, you can see me walking. That is to say, you can see me change my step from A to B. But here, promise is a promise. Finished. You look tired. Here, look again. Here is a stative verb. It is used in the simple present. It's like you appear tired. I can replace look by appear. It's the same thing. Both of them are stative verbs. This house belongs to that man. We cannot say this house is belonging to that man, because here belongs is a stative verb. It is about possession, about that man's possession. He has, I can replace belongs by has. That man has this house, or that man owns this house. All of these 3 are stative verbs. Last one, no. No, it's like believe. I believe you. I know you very well. All of these are stative verbs. And I don't say I am knowing you or he is knowing you. So you cannot put the ing with the auxiliary. It means you cannot use the progressive form. So remember this rule. It's a rule that you have to know when you have verbs that are dealing with stative states, conditions, feelings, knowledge, beliefs, or possession, etc. You cannot use them in the progressive form. You can only use them in the simple present. Right, and move on to number 7. And here the use of the present tense in the future used with adverbs of time like when, until, before, after, and as soon as. I have here something that reminds me of a use that I dealt with it last time. The present tense is used with future expressions, with always, with the tomorrow, etc. But next week, next month, etc. But that future was special future. If you remember, it's a future that is fixed time, that does not change. It's eternal. I mean, when I say, for example, that the train leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning, it means I cannot change it. I cannot even think of changing it. It's a calendar. It's a program. It's a schedule. So when you are dealing with schedules, though we are talking about the future, I use the simple present. And I dealt with this point before. Here again, it's referring to the future, but using the simple present. So you are using the simple present to refer the future. Why? Just because you have these adverbs of time. And I give you here the examples to explain. I will finish the work when you arrive. Here, I will finish the work. Here, I am talking about tomorrow, maybe next time, maybe next week. It's a future time. You recognize, I think, here, will and finish. This is the future. This is the future in English. Normally, people will think that, well, since I have the future here, I must here use the future because I'm talking about a future time. But no, sorry. Because of this adverb of time, it's going to change this future here and to make it simple present. So here, when you arrive, if you say when you will arrive, it is a grammatical mistake in English. Same thing with until and before and after and as soon as. Notice that all of these examples, they start with the future because here, I'm talking about the future. But because I have when and until and before and after and as soon as, the rule says to me in English grammar that I must not use the form here of the future. I am thinking of the future. My sentence is future, but the form must be the simple present. So this you must retain, this you must remember. It's very important for you to use the simple present talking about the future after these adverbs of time. Okay, I stop at this.